So this season, literally any Saints video I made, whether I gave them credit or not, I would get people commenting about keeping that same energy, once they beat the Packers or whatever, when they make it to the Super Bowl, yada yada. I always gave the Saints credit where they deserve credit. Their defense was fantastic. When they ran the ball, they were really good. Getting the ball in like Michael Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders' hand, like their hands, Kamara's hands, is a good option. I said that Drew Brees, and I stayed by it all year, physically could not do it at a high level anymore. He couldn't push the ball down the field. His guys had to win short. He had to keep it within 15, and it was death by 1,000 paper cuts. And I said they were going to play a team in the playoffs that didn't allow them to do that, and they were going to lose. And it just so happened to be Tampa Bay today. So in the first half of this game, Tampa Bay defeated, and I will get there. The Tampa Bay Bucs defeated the Saints 30-20. They're going to the NFC Championship game. They're traveling to Lambeau to play the Packers. So congrats to the Bucs there. First half, I mean, this was a very good game. This had to be one of the better games all weekend. Very competitive first half. Pretty sure it was tied 13-all going into halftime. Very defensive, heavy game. So if you told me that was going to be the case, all defense, not a lot of big plays, I wouldn't really have believed it. I figured someone somewhere would have hit a big play every now and again. But the first half was very much heavily defensive. The Saints opened it up on a touchdown pass down the field to Traquan Smith, and I was watching it, and I was, preoccupied doing something on my phone, and I saw the replay, and the ball just, it looked like a dart, and I'm like, oh, damn. All right, that was it, okay, Drew Brees threw a dart there. Let me see how he threw it. And then they showed the replay, and it wasn't Drew Brees that threw it. It was Jameis Winston on a couple reverses and a play downfield that actually they got hit with last week by the Bears. They took that same play, and they almost got hit with last week by the Bears. Wims dropped it, but they went and took that same play and used it against the Bucs, and they hit it to Traquan Smith, but it was Jameis Winston that threw the ball. So their biggest pass play on the day came from Jameis Winston. They were trying everything. They were pulling every trick out of the book. In the first half, the Bucs played a lot of zone. Second half, they changed it to man. They said, we are going to press you on the line. We're not going to let you, we're not going to give you some room to get open within 5 yards and make play. We're not going to do that. We're going to play up on you. We're going to take our chances. And they started to, obviously, pressure started to get home. The pocket started to collapse on Brees. He started making some decisions, and he threw a couple picks. He actually threw 3 interceptions. And the biggest takeaway from this game is the difference was Tom Brady. Did he have a great game? Did he have a Tom Brady game? Nope. He managed the game. He went 18-33, 200 yards, threw 2 touchdowns, didn't turn the ball over. Drew Brees, on the other hand, couldn't get it going. Turned it over 3 times, threw 3 picks. Jared Cook fumbled the ball. Rookie Antoine Winfield Jr. made a great play punching the ball out when the game was close. Either they were up 3, the Saints were up 3, they were down 3, something like that. Winfield made a great play, punched the ball out. But news came out prior to the game. Jay Glazer, his big thing with Jay Glazer, he doesn't report something unless he knows for a fact that it's true. So it came out that Drew Brees was going to retire after the season. His sources, again, Jay Glazer said that. Unless I know for a fact that what I'm reporting is true, I won't say it. So all likelihood, this was Drew Brees' last game. Again, I'm not a Drew Brees hater. I'm a realist. I say it all the time. When Aaron Rodgers starts to decline, when Aaron Rodgers looks like he don't have an arm anymore, I will say that. I will be the first one to say it. When it's time to get rid of the guy, it's time to get rid of the guy. Drew Brees is great for the game. He's a great player, had a great career, but I think he realizes now that physically, it's over. Years of injury, years of wear and tear on that shoulder have finally caught up to him, and the elbow injury, the thumb injury, again, that devastating shoulder injury that he had in 2005-06 when he wasn't supposed to. There was a chance that he never played football again, right? Doctors told him he probably was never going to throw football again. And then he has a 14-year career after that, wins a Super Bowl. He did great. I mean, if I was a New Orleans Saints fan, I'd be thrilled that Drew Brees was my quarterback and I got to live so many years of great football. But I would also be real, and our best chance of winning a Super Bowl is not with Drew Brees anymore. And honestly, if I'm a Saints fan, I don't know if it's on the roster. I don't know if it's Jameis. They paid Taysom Hill like it's him. I don't know if it's him. I wasn't super impressed with his starts against, I mean, he didn't really play any good teams, but I'm not sure that he's anything more than a gadget guy. I don't know if he could be a starting quarterback. Like, that's kind of Taysom Hill's. That's what makes him great. The fact that he can line up at tight end, that he can throw passes, that he can catch passes. He's a special teams guy. He's like a Swiss Army knife. That's what makes him great. I don't know if, he's a quarterback, just straight quarterback, if he's any good. Jameis, again, former first overall pick, had talent, but again, he did not show it in 5 years with Tampa Bay. Literally the same Tampa Bay team that last year went 7-9. He threw 30 interceptions. Is going to the NFC Championship game. And granted, they have Antonio Brown. They have some new pieces on defense like Winfield. They have Gronk. Gronk isn't Gronk of 2011 anymore, so it's not. They are a better team, no doubt, than they were last year. But 7-9 to NFC Championship game like that. I mean, I don't think Jameis Winston is the answer. At this point, again, I'm a big fan. They're gonna have a pick in the early mid 20s. I would consider taking Mac Jones, maybe even trading up if you could. I don't know what their capital situation in terms of draft capital looks like, but I feel like Mac Jones would be a fantastic quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. A guy, again, who could step in right away and do. He is along that Drew Brees mold. He doesn't turn the ball over, makes good decisions, gets the ball out quick. He'll take 5, he'll take 8. He takes what's open. So I think he'd be a great quarterback for Sean Payton. Tampa Bay Bucs, they're doing it. Their defense looked good. Devin White was all over the place. I already commented on Antoine Winfield, how good he looks. Their running game, Leonard Fournette saw more action after last week's game than he's seen all year. Ronald Jones mixed in. He had a couple big runs down the stretch to seal the deal. They're good, and as a Packers fan, they scare me. But I mean, at this point, I'm looking at it. They're going to Lambeau. Forecast next week for Lambeau: 24, mid-20s, chance of snow. That's going to obviously play to the favor of Green Bay. I mean, Tom Brady, he's been playing in Tampa all year, but he spent 20 years playing in the elements of Boston, so I think he'll be just fine. But I do think at this point, Green Bay is the best team, not just in the NFC, not the best team in the NFC. I think they are the best team in the NFL, and I'm the first, since I'm a Packers fan, I'm the first to nitpick them. I will never throw that out there. Unless I really believe it, and this is the first time in a long time where I'm looking at the Green Bay Packers and they are the best team. So the Tampa Bay Bucs do have a tall order ahead of them, but if their defense can play like they did today, and I mean they can score. They have weapons all over the place. They have a decent offensive line, good running game, just weapons on the outside for days. It ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be a battle. And they're going to have a chance to play a home Super Bowl game because Super Bowl is in Tampa Bay. They're one game away. All they have to do is go to Lambeau and seal the deal next week. I think it's going to be easier said than done, but this is it. If this was the end for Drew Brees, great career, Drew. One of the all-time greats, and I bashed you down the end of your career, but just from a physical, not as a person or not as a career, what you did amongst your career. You had a great career. You're fun to watch. Consummate competitor. This is the end. Good on you. Enjoy retirement. If you're going to do broadcasting, whatever it is, you're probably going to be great at it. And the Bucs fans, Bucs, one game away from playing a home Super Bowl game. I'm not sure if it's ever happened. If it has happened, it hasn't happened in a long time, and they're going to try to do that. And if they can make it if Tom Brady can make it to the Super Bowl, I mean, what can you say? He did go to a better team than New England had, and he probably wouldn't have fared much better in New England than than they did this year. They might have made the playoffs, got bounced out, but he will have a leg up on Belichick in terms of who meant more to the Patriots if he could get his team to the Super Bowl in his first year with the Bucs. And there's probably no threat of him retiring. He's probably coming back for next year. He had a great year, threw 40 touchdowns, and physically is still there. So great game, best game of the year. Matchups are set. Bucs, Packers for the NFC Championship game. Bills, Chiefs, the AFC Championship game. Two of these teams are going to make the Super Bowl. I can't wait to next week to find out which two it's going to be. Hopefully it's Packers and the Chiefs. That's just me. I'll see you in the next one. I'm rambling now. This has been fun. Great divisional round, and we'll see you for the championship games.